guys, welcome to another episode of Smash JT.
Smash, why are you wearing a tinfoil hat?
This?
Yeah, that.
You wouldn't even begin to understand if I tried to tell you.
Oh yeah? Try me.
Well, I've been studying the release patterns of third-party AAA publishers bringing games to the Nintendo Switch.
Okay, and what's the big deal?
I think I've discovered just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Business acumen, especially when it comes to marketing from billion-dollar game companies, is always one step ahead of what the general public sees. These game companies, including but not limited to Take-Two Interactive, Capcom, EA, Square Enix, WB, AAA publishers know what they're doing with their IPs. And with each passing day, it's becoming more and more evident that the reason they're not releasing the games on the Switch alongside the other platforms is because they want to be able to sell the same exact item to the same exact customer more than one time. The dirty truth is, these game companies always intended to release these games on all the platforms. What they've noticed is, with their research, that by not bringing it to the Switch immediately, people who own more than one console that really want the game will purchase the game for the first console that it's available, and then later down the road when it comes out to the Switch, they'll buy it again. In essence, it's the perfect plan to have players double dip. Monster Hunter World just released for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, with a PC release coming down the road. They say nothing about a Switch release, with Capcom announcing via a press release that they sold 5 million copies of Monster Hunter World on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on opening weekend, with the Nintendo Switch version nowhere to be found. But when a game comes to both the Xbox and the PlayStation, that's going to raise some eyebrows as to why it's not coming to the Nintendo Switch. Sure, you hear about these game publishers making backroom deals with the game console makers for exclusivity purposes, but typically that's only limited to one console. See, like the Xbox One getting a game first, or the PlayStation 4 getting a game first. I'm looking at you, Secret of Mana Remake, coming exclusively, quote-unquote, to the PlayStation 4, but then you have Square Enix admitting publicly that they didn't even know that there was a desire for people to get this game on the Switch. I smell something seriously fishy going on here. Square Enix, are you trying to tell me that you had no idea that your original console for Secret of Mana on a Nintendo platform, the buyers of this system, you didn't know that they wanted the game? You're either incredibly stupid or incredibly smart. And based off your success, I'm leaning towards you're incredibly smart. You see, Square Enix intended Secret of Mana to come to the Nintendo Switch all along. They just haven't officially announced it yet because of either some backroom deal with Sony to have exclusivity on the PlayStation 4 platform first, or because they want to sell more of these games, and by bringing it to one console first, and then later down the road bringing it to another console, they're gonna be able to sell it twice. Think I sound crazy? Ask yourself, how many times have you purchased a game for one system only to buy it for another system down the road because of enhancements or updated graphics or additions to the storyline or something else added onto the game to make it a little bit different, in essence buying the same game twice. And this is going to happen a lot more going forward with the Nintendo Switch because of its ability to take it on the go. I can't tell you how many people have told me that's the reason they love their Switch. I'm able to bring it with me, play my game on the TV, and then pop it off the TV, take it on the train on my way to work, or take it to the bathroom while you're doing your business. Regardless of why you need the mobility on the Nintendo Switch, it's a feature that people are willing to purchase games for a premium price to be able to take it on the go. And AAA game publishers are seeing this now. So instead of releasing a game on all 3 platforms at once, they have decided to only release games for the PlayStation platform and the Xbox One platform, and wait a few months, maybe 5-6 months down the road, until enough time has passed and they'll say, oh, we wanted to bring it to the Switch, but it was complicated because of whatever reason. We ran into some issues that we weren't expecting, so it took a little bit longer to come to the Switch. I cry foul and I call bull. Like I said at the beginning, these companies are not dumb. They stay in business and make billions of dollars based off the purchasing habits of the consumer. You think loot boxes would still be around if people weren't buying them? No, of course not. Loot boxes have thrived in an economy where people are purchasing them hand over fist because they love them. And a lot of people who are buying them would never admit that they're buying them because it's embarrassing. And similar to loot boxes, this is another symptom of trying to make an extra buck in the game industry. The game publishers know it, and they don't want you to know it. And I want you to think about this next time a game comes out and you're like, why isn't that coming out on the Switch? The Switch is selling like hotcakes. This game would be perfect on the Switch. I'd want to take that game on the go. Guess what? It's gonna come to the Switch eventually. The whole point is they know you're gonna buy it on the Switch eventually. So why not try to make people buy it twice by releasing it on the other consoles first? Honestly, it's genius. Anyways, those are my thoughts on this issue and why I'm wearing this tinfoil hat. Be careful, because the game companies like the NSA, they're always listening and they have ways to get into your head. Just be careful.